It's showtime in the Gray's currencies, pTGC and UFO over on PulseChain. The two index tokens that everybody on PulseChain needs to have exposure to that pay you passively. Three different max, if you max it out, 4 different ways. Day in, day out, randomly maybe. Yeah, and in regards to the referral system and the locking rewards, very random. Staking and holding rewards, however, very dependable, depending on volume. And everybody might be in for a big surprise one day, looking back, because hindsight's always 2020, right? Yeah, it is. Good evening. And Zen might need to drop out.
What's up, Banana? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Cool.
You're still sick, ain't you?
I'm getting better though. I feel
okay.
So much better than what I was at on Saturday.
Oh, good.
By Saturday night, I was feeling so bad, and then Sunday woke up a little better, and then today feel even better. So
okay, good.
Should be getting better by tomorrow. Definitely feel through the worst of it.
Okay, that's good, man. That's good. Hey, we're getting hits on Kick. I have to go. I haven't even been over there in over a week to go check on things. I have no idea. It's so cool though, because I just connected Kick to my StreamYard and I select, I want to go live on Kick, and StreamYard does it all for me, literally. So isn't that amazing?
it makes your time just so much more worth it. You know, the more places you could just put that up, it's definitely cool that it takes such, little effort on your end to just get it up on another place.
Yeah. Of course, as somebody
today when you're streaming too, you had your comments on your screen, and it was like putting both the comments from YouTube and Kick in one spot, which is pretty sweet as well.
Yeah, and also from X. So you get to hear from everybody.
I didn't see the X ones, but yeah, does X have a good spot to comment?
I think
like a live chat.
All right, I'm going to go find out. I've been wanting to know for the longest time. I don't know that there actually is a place where the people on X can comment on a live stream.
Like a live chat, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Walter's in here. I sent you a message. I think they just comment in the comment section. But
and it'll pop that up too, the comments in the comment, because I know the comments section, but it's not really like a live chat. Kind of like how, like, I never check the comments in these spaces. I wouldn't really consider that a live chat, but there is the space comments as well,
Yeah, I can't see on X where I can't even see myself streaming, which usually I can. Maybe there's a delay, but I've been live for 3.5 minutes, so that theory's out the window. But yeah, I don't see anywhere in here where on my X where I can see myself streaming. See a few videos up there, man. we want to flood X with videos, with video content, because X wants to dominate in the video category, and I'm willing to help them if they'll help me advertise the Gray's currencies. So I popped a video up. I think I put one up today. Yeah, I put the Spaces summary from Saturday, put that up there. And then I have one scheduled for tomorrow morning. Another cool thing that StreamYard does is after you're done streaming, you click a button and it'll generate AI segments of your content. And it'll give you it'll give you like 4 or 5 to choose from. And like, there was only one decent one. I watched them all. They're like, I don't know, 30, 45 seconds. One was decent. I was like, I'm just going with the best one. I'm getting content on X, for this community, for PulseChain. Even if it's less than ideal. I just got it. It'll be up there tomorrow on my X account. You guys will be able to see it.
Is that a new feature from StreamYard? Because I feel like a few months ago, if not maybe a year ago, we were asking like if anyone could just take notes of some highlighted spots in our streams, so then later we could clip them. It sounds like StreamYard is kind of now just AIing, that for us, which maybe it's not the best spot. I don't know how it picks up on the good spots to clip. That would be an interesting thing to find out. But I think that's an awesome tool as well. At the end of every stream, if the AI could find one good clip out of that stream, that's 30 seconds to 45 seconds. That's definitely worth it.
Yep. And so I'll look through the clips from tonight's spaces, but I don't imagine there might be anything. I can go back and redo some old ones too. But yeah, they've had that ability to do it for that. I just get so busy, man. I'm like, I don't have time for some of the stuff that I want to do. But they are innovating. StreamYard is constantly, I'm always getting updates from them. So I'm tempted to switch to a different platform, but I'm like, I'm happy over here. I know how to use it. I don't have to relearn anything, and they're innovating. So good. We'll just keep it.
Yeah, that clip AI thing, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. And you're doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Super. You got any comments, or let me make sure my phone audio is up for you guys on YouTube for sure. Let me make sure my mic is set properly too. Okay, we're set. Do you got any comments about the referral system that we launched just not even 3 solid days ago?
Yeah, still looking into the browser situation. I haven't heard pretty much any other feedback from people having issues. So that's good. Obviously, I made a tweet about that. Like, hey, we're having great luck with Google Chrome, but we've heard that there is some issues with Brave and also Microsoft Edge. So any feedback is great if you're someone who also uses those search engines and it's also not connecting for you there. Just let us know, because then we have, we see more people also having that same issue. But as of right now, it seems to be working great for anyone that's using Chrome. I use Chrome and I've been testing it every single day and it's been working great for me. Also been seeing some buys come in through the referral system, which is awesome to see as well. Just excited for it to grow. I assume this month will be somewhat slower because we're still getting it out there. It's still getting battle tested. And also the market is flat, if not red.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited for us to get the website out. It's out now. Excited for our community to be earning 2% on anyone they get in. So if they onboard $10,000, they're getting $200. If they onboard $100,000 in a month, they're getting $2,000 at the bottom. What other ecosystem is offering their community a way to earn without actually having to DCA their own capital? Obviously, DCAing your own capital is a great way to get more pTGC in your wallet. But another thing you can do within pTGC now is just onboard. And excited to see how that grows, right? And what that could. I was looking at all the buys that have came under referral codes in the last, 15 days, 16 days. And it's only been live for technically 3 days. And, there's good over 20,000, maybe getting close to $25,000, $30,000 of buys through the referral system since its launch.
Yeah, man.
And we haven't even really gotten the word out there yet. We haven't hit the streams yet. The community, I don't think, has fully latched on to the idea yet. The easiest onboarding tool is obviously Green. We haven't even gotten that yet. I just feel like we're just barely opening the door, and behind this door is just crazy opportunity and momentum building.
Yeah, there's like there's like a wave of water on the other side of the door, or something. As soon as you crack open the door, this tidal wave is going to come through potentially. I'm with you, man. I had a gentleman reach out to me just this evening, and he says he wanted the book. He wanted the free book. He's like, how can I get the free book? And he bought some pTGC with my referral link. He came across a tweet on Twitter from me, and you send out these tweets. You're like, okay, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Well, this dude got a hold of pTGC recently, and he's excited about it. I mean, he's like, wow, where has this been my whole life? And he got himself several millions, a nice bag of pTGC at this nice price. And he's like, I want that book too. So
I truly believe pTGC and UFO are both products many people are looking for through crypto. They have to go through many different ecosystems, and they'll keep looking and looking and looking. But when they find it, for the people who are willing to open their ears and open their mind, it does click. You have to be willing to open your ears and mind. A lot of people kind of keep traveling without actually paying attention, and you don't make any good ground that way. But for the people who are actually paying attention, I do believe it's a product that everyone is looking for.
Yeah. A product that is rock solid crypto, burnt liquidity, flawless
supply.
What supply? Deflationary?
Yeah, I was saying burnt supply, but
yeah,
tons of burnt supply. Not all of it, but tons of burnt supply. Another $2,000 just yesterday, bought and burnt, happening every single day forever.
Yep. Flawless code, active founder, active community.
2.5 years of flawless operation. That's huge in DeFi. Right? There's so many great ideas that come out in DeFi that don't work just because the code is flawed, right? No one tried to do anything bad. They didn't not get traction. It's just code is flawed. DeFi is complicated. 2.5 years of flawless operations, a big deal, battle tested. And then you're getting the same prices right now that the people got 6 months after launch. The risk you're taking now is so much different than the risk they had to take. They had to take
true.
That it was new. They had to take the risk that PulseChain was like 10 times the price. They had to take the risk that the distribution wasn't as good. They had to take the risk that there wasn't as much LP. There wasn't as much burnt supply. Like it's a big deal to be back down here if you're someone who wants to increase your position or even get a position at all.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And Polygon will be with your question in just a minute. These are good times, man. These are good times. It is as rough as it is. It's like I was telling some people on, maybe I was just talking to myself before we went live. I says, everybody's going to want, as part of my intro tonight, I was like, everybody's going to want to have exposure to pTGC. And unfortunately, hindsight is 2020. And I don't know what to tell people at the cycle top. Then like, I wish you woulda. I'm sure that they're gonna wish they woulda. Not financial advice and all that great stuff, but dude, the writing's on the wall. And I'll tell you what hit me just this evening, late this afternoon, this evening. Can we talk some X's? I mean, am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, I was going to say too, if you kind of want to run through what you normally do on your Sundays on this stream, and I'll keep an eye out if anyone wants to request and come up and conversate with you on it. Because what I was telling you earlier, okay. I'm at right now. And not, I'm listening. I have my headphones in and stuff like that. But if you want to go through that stuff for me, I'd appreciate it. And I think my family would appreciate it a little bit too.
Yep. I can attempt to do that.
I'll watch it and I'll be listening. So if anyone wants to come up, I do have to step away for a little bit. And if you know, if you want to come up and speak and add to the conversation, please request to come up, and, you know, I'll put you up with Banana. If not, Banana's kind of going to do his normal Sunday stream where he goes over the site, goes over X's, it sounds like. And if you want to watch this and not just listen to it, you can just go to Banana's YouTube channel, subscribe to him while you're there, but you can also get all the visuals as well.
Yeah, cool. So, I'm doing one of those sneezes again. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Did this yesterday on stream. I'm so sorry. I could only mute one mic. So, Polygon had a question. He says, I want to create some FOMO for my friends and family on Facebook. Is there a way to link directly to the leaderboard? I don't know, other than pasting a link of the leaderboard over into Facebook. I don't know of another way to directly link. Maybe somebody can comment on that, or come up on X and comment on it, but I don't know of another way. Okay, so let me just talk about the X's, and I hope that helps Polygon, and we can chat about it later too. One of the things that hit me, and I'm going to be honest, like, I'm really hesitant to talk about what I'm going to talk about right now. But we've had these conversations with PulseChain 10x from where it is right now, like nearly 10x. Most of the time, PulseChain has been about half a sack rate, but let's just call it 10x sack rate. Close, okay? And at the time, we were like, okay, PulseChain could, perhaps do a 100x. Well, given that we're 10x below sack price, that same 100x is, I mean, if it went to the same price, that would be a 1000x. So a 100x from sack price for PulseChain right now would be a 1000x. I haven't heard anybody say that out loud. If they did, I missed it. But that's a huge number. Now, if you factor in what pTGC could do on top of PulseChain, which we know it can do, it's capable of, then, I'll let you guys figure that out, because I don't want to say it. I'm hesitant. But our experience from 5 years of bear market is that crypto doesn't move. And our experience going into the next bear market is going to be, wow, does crypto move? I mean, that's my opinion. We have that recency bias, So I will just, guys, if you want to jump up and chat, by all means, jump up. And we'll try to keep this. We won't go long. I think we'll maybe go for maybe an hour. Holland, I'm going to answer some questions in my chat. And on Twitter, if you guys want to jump up and talk, just raise your hand. I don't think that I have the ability to bring you guys up. And if you want to jump in on my YouTube, you can do that. Holland said, so that's an issue I'm having with my referral code. I'm using Internet Money wallet, which does use the Brave website. Maybe that's why my buys aren't showing up. I thought my code was bugged because I started with numbers. Let's see. And you said more down here. My transactions are processing, but it doesn't show my buys that equivalent to the $250 threshold. I think I know why. Because that website, when you say that, it's almost like an undertone of negativity. The lovely website, pTGC-UFO, and it is phenomenal. It doesn't update super frequently. Like the referral section updates, if I got it right, every 24 hours. So that may be why it doesn't show that you're up to the $250 threshold, Holland. So let me know tomorrow. I mean, literally PM me tomorrow, and if you're still having an issue. And there's Polygon with an answer. Cool, good deal. But there's a lot of chat going on. Talk about math-based X's. Can't get enough. Yeah, it's just math, right? Polygon says the leaderboard doesn't have its own link. Yep. So you'd have to, maybe it's something you can screenshot and put on your Facebook. Zen put a post up today about, it was the leaderboard from Go pTGC. And he just screenshot the leaderboard and put it up on his X account and bragged all over Twitter about what the Grays community has going on over here for its community members as far as an opportunity to do something a little bit different to make side hustle income in pTGC. It's almost like Bitcoin back in the day when the average guy like Richard Hart or anybody here could set up a computer and mine Bitcoin. You can't any longer, and you can't do it any longer, but it was like a side hustle. You can mine Bitcoin. Well, we can, in a sense, we're already mining pTGC with our own tokens in our wallets, but we can also do the side hustle thing where we can generate pTGC as a side hustle. That's interesting. You're welcome, Holland. So, well, let's talk about let's just hit the highlights on pTGC. It is deflationary. And what that means is that the supply reduces, it diminishes. I'm going to hide these comments here. And that can only mean one thing for price in the long term. And that is that the price is it must increase. When you have a deflationary supply, as long as there's demand, that's going to cause upward pressure on price. And the pTGC and UFO both have that built in, deflation. pTGC has burned 13% of its supply already. And as that, I want to get to the secret sauce. Something really exciting is that, like, if you hold a certain amount of pTGC, and let's say you hold 100 million pTGC, which is a little more than 3 dolphin positions, then supply right now is like 290 million tokens. Well, one day it's going to be down to 280 million tokens, right? Billion tokens. The supply is 290 billion. So one day it'll be down to 280 billion. And you got 100 million. Well, as that supply reduces and you hodl your principal supply, you just became a larger player in a smaller pool. You see how that works? So as long as you hold your principal, you will always be inflating against the circulating supply. And not only that, but if you just held your principal and did something else with all of your yield, you're still going to inflate relative to the existing supply, the diminishing supply. And not only that, because the supply is diminishing and you are inflating relative to it, you are always going to be, even if you do something else with all your yield token, your APY, you're always going to be earning more APY. That's pretty incredible. That's alien tech. We got burned LP. And by the way, guys, extra crypto, and I streamed this morning. It's on my YouTube and it's on his YouTube also, and you guys can check it out. But after we got off the stream, he's like, "Oh, banana, I should have said something about the LP, our massive LPs that are going to be so large when PulseChain revalues, when the world revalues PulseChain." We have like $500,000 in LP with PulseChain right now. What if PulseChain just goes back to SAC price? That's a 10x, and that's going to be, I don't know how many hundreds or maybe even millions more of LP that's going to be. So we got in a lot of our LP with WPLS, probably that whole LP is burned, and most of our other LPs are burned also. Like the majority of our LPs is burned. Code been audited, public founder, thick LP with the ability to LP with more. Like our DAO is being replenished every minute of every day. Just a little bit here and a little bit there, sometimes with larger amounts. And what's it going to do with that? With that PLS that it's replenished with? It's always going to buy and burn tokens. It's going to maybe do a little marketing, and it's going to add LP. And it's not limited to just adding LP with WPLS, the core tickers. It can LP with lots of different things. Anything that's over on PulseChain. Got 17,000 plus wallets and growing and growing. How many wallets did we add today? We can see that on pTGC-UFO.com. Does anybody know? Millions, then billion plus. Yeah, we'll be a billion plus market cap token and LP with PLS too. In LP, yeah, we'll be a billion plus. Well, I don't know that. I should say that we will be. That's the dream, right? Wouldn't that be incredible? Imagine CoinGecko. Imagine all of crypto, the whole crypto world. Of course, everybody's going to inflate at the same, maybe not the same rate. But, the crypto world would, they'd have to take note. They'd have to take notice. But we added 11 holders in the last 24 hours in pTGC. Let's see how many we added. Let's include UFO a little bit in here. The UFO has added 3. I'm going to refresh this screen to make sure I got that correct. Because UFO has been struggling with holders. It's added 2 in the last 24 hours. Oh, and pTGC has added 9 because I refreshed my screen. So, guys, if you jumped into this stream, this space midstream, I put a video in the Jumbotron that it's a 3 or 4 minute short plug for pTGC. You can watch that. It's a pinned tweet. We're a large community on PulseChain. Honestly, I'm like a underdog guy. So I would prefer, we're a large community. I prefer we're a small community, but hey, we're a large community on a small, almost unknown chain. There we go. I feel better. What else can we talk about? We're just hitting the highlights on pTGC, and then we'll go over to the DApp. You know what got me when I came into pTGC, and I know it resonates with a lot of you guys. It's the AM bot technology. pTGC was the first ever protocol to leverage the AM bots. And so what do they do? They balance out all the token pairs. pTGC built a liquidity web with that in mind. Built in a 5% fee that all of those AM bots have to pay every time they transact. And they'll just wait till the threshold is to where they're going to be in profit. Then they'll transact. When they buy, when they sell, they're paying the 5%. And let's talk about that 5%. Where does it go? It gets sent. How many directions does it get sent? I think it gets sent 6 different directions. Let's count them. 2% goes to the DAO. 1% goes to holders. 1% goes to stakers. It is 6. And 0.5% buys pTGC and sends it to the dead address. 0.5% LPs pTGC with WPLS and sends the LP tokens to the dead address. See, we're reducing our token supply with every single transaction, every buy, sell, and transfer. And that's why you want to make sure that you buy pTGC from a wallet you want to keep it on, because otherwise you got to transfer it. And that's always the bummer. I learned that the hard way a couple of times. But those AM bots are firing off all day long, 24/7. It's like one of the best forms of passive income that you could almost possibly imagine. I was saying on a stream yesterday, you can literally memorize your seed phrase. I don't recommend only memorizing it because you get bumped on your head. But you could literally memorize your seed phrase and therefore have access to your crypto. And this little crypto right here is stacking up holding rewards at a minimum, staking, and even locking rewards on top of that if you go that far. So you could literally be stacking pTGC in your own head. Sorry, that sounds weird, but of course it's happening on the blockchain. I mean, I get it. Maybe that was a weird example, but man, you don't got to pay taxes on it. Well, you got to pay taxes on it. What I'm saying is you don't got to pay real estate taxes. You don't have to re-roof anything. You don't have to, I don't know, repair it. pTGC is 100%. It's perfect, flawless. And you can hold the seed phrase in your mind and earn from it. 4 ways to earn passively. Most everybody in here is, I'm guessing most everybody in here has been around for a while. We now have a 4th way to earn pTGC, and that's with the referral codes. And you can get those on goptgc.com. There's a video on my YouTube about how to make a referral code. Oh, and by the way, guys, since I got on the topic of the referral system, I made an entire list on my YouTube. It's called a clean list. It doesn't have any of my marketing material on it. And you guys can scrape any of my material anyhow, but the clean list is ready to go. If you find anything, let me know and I'll remove it. But it should, I think there's 14 videos on there. And you can send those to people that you want to introduce to pTGC. I think there are 6 or 7 videos that are short plugs. Go watch one. Go watch one of these videos. Go watch all 7 of them and just kind of decide which one you think would work for a particular audience and send it to them. And then there are other videos too. The same ones that are on the website are on my YouTube channel. If you just want to DM some videos for like how to get on a PulseChain or something like that, that stuff's on my channel. And if you have ideas for videos for me to make, let me know. All right, let's go over to goptgc.com. And I've got to connect a wallet up, I think. I'm going to tell you what, guys. I'm a sales guy. I mean, I was never a sales guy, but I have it in me. And I realized something today in connection to this referral system. Like, it's nice to make side hustle money, but more exciting to me is just the fact that somebody used my referral code to buy pTGC. And I get a little something out of it, but that's not near as exciting as seeing a transaction with my referral. I'll just show you guys. Because maybe there's somebody here that would be interested in seeing that. It's all public. I'm not showing you anything that you can't find yourself at. And you can find it at goptgc.com. Watch this. There you go. I'm going to open a window real quick. Look at this, guys. Slade's got me. He's got me beat. Now, this is the leaderboard, right? Okay, so Stake's the leader. Look at that, $14,000 he hustled in to pTGC with 3 transactions. 3. Good job. No idea who that is. And then, oh, it came back. And then here's Prairie Banana and number 4. So I'm number 4. And I'll keep an eye out for traffic. I'm happy to be number 100. I don't care as long as you guys are tackling it, if that makes sense. So let's go get them. But here's the thing too. Like now is the best time to go tell everybody about pTGC, but it's also not the best time. I'm holding back on a few things then I'm just like, I want to save this for when we have a little more green. And there's some wisdom in that, but there's also wisdom in like the relative I got in last week, got exposure to pTGC, and I think they're going to be very happy about it. So on the same site, go ptgc.com. We'll click on staking. And then I do have a wallet connected. It's the wrong wallet. Let me get another one connected, guys. Just bear with me. If anyone wants to jump up and talk, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, man, I'm here. How you doing?
Doing good.
That's wonderful.
Holland.
Yeah, it's me, the Holland ONG. So, yeah, man, it's been a blast, to be honest. I just want to get up here and thank all of you guys that have like been pushing pTGC for so long. My conviction for the token has built up tremendously. And one thing I can say, it's a shame that a lot of people in PulseChain don't understand like the vastness of it. But I've been in so many spaces this week when it comes to like the pump tire meme coins and them shilling those things. And I've just been educating them so much, man. And I'm getting so much positive feedback. I wind up onboarding Don Schiller. He's huge in the space, in my opinion. I really click with him. Like our personalities go well together. And so it's incredible. And he watched my recent upload. And hey, thanks to B Roots, Ian, the Grays, Zen, Shaka Vibes. I thank y'all for coming to my streams and just supporting me. And it's amazing, man. Like my mind is just blown every day that we have a product that I can put my money in, and it's like it's going to good use. And the system is just trustless, immutable, and it works.
Yay. That's awesome. And did you get your question answered from earlier in the chat on YouTube?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I was having, like when I made it and I connected and I was buying, I'm guessing like the point where I was DCing in these last 3 weeks, it fell over from January to February. So I guess they didn't allocate, efficiently. And I was just off with the timing. So I am going to keep giving it a try until it pops up.
Okay.
So, we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully my code is not like bugged or something that works. But I seen everybody in the stream saying, hey, it works for me on Braid and stuff. So maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Have you cleared your cache?
No, I haven't cleared my cache yet. But I will do that because I remember you referencing that so many times. So I will tackle that. And thank you for your support, Banana. I appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody go sub to Holland's the YouTube channel. Drop it in the chat if you would.
Okay, I will do that. I'm on mobile right now, so I'm gonna have to jump back and forth real quick.
Okay, I can get in there too, but if you could, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, man, I just been coming with uploads weekly when I have time, and it's been helping out. It's been helping people find their way through the system, and also educating them on UFO.
Yeah, man.
And how that buys and burns and makes pTGC even more scarce. And I made my last post on Twitter, right? I was like, if you, a lot of people might underrate UFO, but with the 1 trillion token supply, right? If you compare it to like Shiba Inu and PayPay, it's 100% better because it's a rewarding system. And those tokens, right? And those tokens have like a 1 quadrillion supply or billions of, billions or whatever. And it's just like UFO can surpass those easily just because it's built on PulseChain and paired up with Pulse and all these other liquidity pools. So, not having a bag is not buying and selling advice. But when these things reach parity, at some point in time, not in the near future or whenever it happens, it's going to be insane because right? Like, come on, that like, man, it's gonna be wild. Like my imagination and my daydreaming has ran wild for so long, and it just feels good to be in. It feels good to be a holder. It feels good to be a part of the community, right? And then it's like, you guys are still here. That's the most fascinating thing. It's like, dude, they got the heart to continue to come on stream, make more products. The Dow, the Treasury, the LPs, the Burns, the AMM bots are constantly working when you're asleep. And it's like, if you're not in, you're not earning. Like, and that, like, man, it's so many people that know or don't know how the system works. And it's like they're selling themselves short because they're in PulseChain. You know, they're holding the cores, they're holding the other tokens, but they're going to miss out on this train ride. And that's what brings, you know, that generational wealth. Being in on something like this before it hits mass marketing, before it reaches, you know, other wells and IRL and all of these exchanges that it can possibly be listed on, right? We don't, well, you know, I feel like we honestly don't need exchanges to reach certain price potentials. And obviously, pTGC and UFO have showed that throughout the test of time. And when it starts rallying, the people that know about it, that haven't gotten in and got to learn the mechanics of pTGC's ecosystem, they're going to be hurt by it, right? They're going to be like, man, they've been talking about this for a long time, and I didn't make a move. So when Don Schiller, you know, he bought a bag, I feel good. It's like, okay, wow, I got somebody in that can just spread the word and, you know, become a grade.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me about that guy who, you know, maybe tomorrow we can chat back and forth. I want to find out more about this gentleman that you brought on.
Yes, sir, man. It would be a pleasure to introduce you to him. He's a great guy.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, I'm full of so much energy, so much happiness. So.
You're right, man. If pTGC Maxi says UFO is a steal right now, and you alluded to it, man, like it is a steal. And he asks, are there any plans for the Dow to scoop some up at these levels to remove larger chunks of supply? I don't know that there are any plans for the pTGC Dow to scoop up UFO. I don't even know if it has ever bought UFO. I don't know, but I wish Zen were more available to we could ask that question, because that's a good one. But let's go through.
But we do know that UFO did what, a 30x to 32x from the bottom, so it's gonna move.
Oh, it's gonna flat and press. It already has in the past, and it seems like with any kind of impulse on pulse, UFO wakes up and it's like, whoa, hello. It's gonna be good.
Yep, it does, man. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Let's have a look at the DAP, and this was like, it has been audited. It has been semi-public for a couple of months now, but officially public as of Saturday. But we still recommend that you don't use your main wallets on it. And how do you put it? Just exercise with it. I mean, just use it. Use it. How do you put it? Hesitantly. I mean, the only reason I'm saying that is, you know, like how we say not financial advice. It's not like we're giving advice or we can maybe really be in trouble for talking like we do, but it's like the same thing with the website. You know, it hasn't been battle tested like the other site, which will continue to be usable and in existence for forever and ever, pretty much. So you could still use that other one.
Pretty much to hit on that point that you're talking about. I'm guessing what you guys, what Banana is saying is like, you know, have your main account where you hold your funds, but something trustworthy like pTGC and UFO, you know, never get comfortable with, you know, DApps, you know. So have you a separate account within your wallet. That way you can interact with it until it's fully up, right? Because we're still in a demo version. It has had its certificate audit, so we know it's safe. But even me, I practice safety. So I got my main wallet where I hold stuff liquid, and then I got my pTGC staking, and then I have a pump tires account where I connected to pump tires. So just separating things in the category to where you always keep your funds safe.
Yep. Yeah. Use a test wallet if you want, or one of your non-main wallets, if you would. So let's go through the staking side of pTGC. Let's talk about it. For whatever reason, my wallet's not connecting right now, and I don't understand why. Maybe I can get it to connect, because this is going to look a whole lot better, because I just closed a browser tab. This is going to look a whole lot better if I can show you guys, but if I can't, then that's just how we'll do it. And this will be obviously mainly for the audience on YouTube. Looks like I'm going to be able to do this, because it just looks a lot better when you've got an active wallet, because you can see that the numbers stand out a lot better. So this is my experimental wallet. Give me a second. I'm getting logged into it, and then we'll show the screen. And this is the staking page. This is where you can interact with the pTGC contract right here. And this is the new site. The old site, a lot of the guys are going to continue to use the old site. I don't know that I have been using it, but it's easy. You're familiar with it. But up here we have a reward calculator. So you can put in your holding amount. Like say you're holding 100 million. And then you're also staking it. So we'll just copy that, stake it, and then enter the daily volume amount. I like 5 million. I want to get to $5 million in volume. We've already had $2 million in volume. And then we're going to put this on the yearly, because I like to think big and long. Calculate 190. Wow. I'm always impressed with this, but then it always brings me back to mind that, that's pTGC bought at these price levels. Like if we had $5 million in volume, and over the course of a year, you'd earn 191 million pTGC, which is like $15,000 worth of pTGC. But here's how it works. You would earn $15,000 in pTGC at today's price. You would earn 191 million, but over the course of a year, if we had $5 million in volume, price would not be where it is right now. So you would earn your $15,000 in APY, but it would be in fewer tokens, no doubt. So that's a cool reward calculator, and you can switch it from USD to pTGC also, but we're not going to do that right now. And then when you scroll down, you go to the Your Stakes section, and you can see the total pTGC earned from this wallet, 79,000. And then it's broken down to how much earned by holding, staking, and locking. And then you can see the total held. Total held 1,290.9. And then you can see how much is claimable from locking, how much is claimable from staking, and then you can stake more. If you have liquid pTGC, you can stake more, and then you can lock more. You can't lock pTGC that hasn't first been staked. It has to be staked, then you can lock it. And then you can unstake your pTGC. Hold on one second, guys. One of the things that's cool about pTGC is you can unstake part of a stake. That's really sweet. So I can't unstake any because it's all locked. I'd have to unlock it first. And this pTGC bag is in a 10-year lock. So I'm not going to unlock it because it hasn't even matured yet, and I'd have to nuke 30% of the principal. So if you have staked pTGC that's not locked, you can unstake however much that you want to unstake, and you would just pay 1% of the principal on whatever you unstake. Your yield is liquid at any time, so you can claim your staking rewards. You can claim your lock-in rewards. Both of these rewards sit in the contract. They're in the contract until you claim them. After you claim them, they go straight to your wallet and they start earning reflections. But your reflections go straight to your wallet all the time. You're always stacking up reflections and they earn more reflections. You can have one stake per wallet. You can constantly add to it. You can constantly pull from it if you want. But you can have as many locks as you want. And this wallet has one lock, 1 million pTGC, because it's an experiment. I get data from it. And it's almost 2 years old. Well, it's more than 2 years old. February 10th, 2024 is when I started it. And then I can unlock, but there's a big warning. See? Yes, no, I want to cancel this because I do not want to unlock that, because you'll pay 30% of your principal to all the other lockers. And then down here, there are some ecosystem stats, all the pTGC that's staked, all the pTGC that's staked and locked. And then we have the DAO, and we won't get into the DAO. You guys can go cruise that on your own. And then we have the statistics page. And by the way, guys, if you want videos that walk you through all of these little areas of the website, they're on this website. Just go to we'll skip past the statistics for now. We'll come back to it. Click on the onboarding tab, which is where you can see the leaderboard that we were just at a little bit ago, and where you're going to send your onboards with your referral link, and where you are going to create your referral link. Just connect the wallet and then click on generate referral link. You get your referral link that you can send to all your buddies and on your socials. But in this section, you can find videos for, let's see, videos about the site. I think we didn't we not do a, I thought we did some videos about the site. Well, there's a staking video, a locking video. Yeah, there it is. The pTGC stats, locking strategies. And this locking strategies is one that I'm a big proponent of locking. And I'm also a big proponent of knowing what you're doing before you just go and lock a bunch of pTGC. So this one here is, I stand behind it, and I put a lot of effort into it, and it's also on my YouTube. But watch the locking strategies one if you're thinking about locking, so you know what you're doing. And I thought we did one for statistics, but you know what? I think I know what happened. And if Zen, if he's listening, he would probably agree that there were limits to this website. We could only upload so much video content, and the site was getting slow and laggy. So the developers were like, well, you guys stop sending us videos because your site's not going to work. So I think that's why the statistics video didn't make it there, which means I need to get it up on my YouTube so you guys can find it. Somebody's been talking a lot. Now's your chance to jump up, guys, if you want to. Otherwise, I'm just going to rip over to the statistics side. How many people we get?
Yeah,
Go ahead, man.
Another thing I wanted to say was the crypto tiger that's in X. The reason why I posted my first pTGC video was because of him 4 weeks ago. So he initially got me into the feeling of like, man, you know what? I want to do the same thing. I feel the same way. And so that was my first pTGC post that B Roots actually retweeted, Zen and Shaka Bob. So thank you.
Okay.
I just want you to know that video that you made recently, a month ago, is the reason why I'm creating content for pTGC and also B Roots, right? Because I reacted to his video as well. But yeah, man, he was one of the biggest motivations. So thank you. And I just had to give you your roses.
Right on. Credit to whom credit is due. All right, let's go. So good job, Crypto Tiger, or the Crypto Tiger. Let's go to the statistics page, and we'll just run through this real quick, guys, and then we'll probably jump off. Here's a volume calculator. So what you can do is you can say, let's see, this is based on current volume. And let's go out to a year. So we've had $56 million in volume in the last year. Wow. And $2.8 million of fees from that volume. Well, what would that look like at a 10X? I think we're going there. That'd be $564 million in transaction volume, $28 million in fees. And this is where those fees are distributed. $11.3 million to the Dow. Wow. $11.3 million to the Dow. Imagine how much marketing we could do with 11.3 million. That's just one thing that we can do with it, right? $5.6 million to rewards. That's your reflections. $2.8 million to burn tokens. I wish we could burn $2.8 million worth of tokens right now. Can we just get a loan or something? No, I'm just kidding. $5.6 million to stakers and $2.8 million to add to liquidity. Now, oh, I'd love to burn tokens and add $2.8 million in burn tokens and liquidity right now. Hey, but we just have to be content with what we got. We have already have like, what, $2 million in liquidity. I think that's going to swell. It's going to swell up, and we'll be happy where it goes. And here's a calculator. Which one's this? The X multiplier. So this is the pTGC WPLS pair. And you can take and you can say, we think pTGC is going to do a 10X against Pulse. Pulse is going to go back to SAC price, which is 301. Calculate. What would that put pTGC at? 0.7 of a penny, 93X. And then you've got a burn calculator, $99 of pTGC burns, $99. That's it. And then you can 10X it. And then there's a reward calculator. And this is just very similar to the other one we just looked at. And then a volume calculator. So the daily transaction volume today was $18,000. That's why we only burned. It still seems low, $100. Well, we with $18,000 of volume, 5% of the 5% on every transaction. This is where the fees go for one day, $368 to the Dow. Not much, but over the course of a year, that'd be $134,000. Yeah, man. And then you've got the burn tracker. Let's go through that quickly. Total burned 43.5 billion tokens, or $3.4 million worth of pTGC. And there's a burn chart. Take just a bit to load. Yeah, we're going to have to wrap this up. You guys can go. I'm just going to skim over the rest of this. Token distribution, the pTGC pool. This is one of my favorites because you can see the volume for each pair, as long as there's been activity on these tokens. And by the way, guys, if you got, when volume is low like it is right now, the contract's going to optimize gas. And so you're not always going to see every pair. Like Dex Screener doesn't even show pairs that haven't had any activity, I think, for like 24 hours. So, but a certain amount of activity. So like you're looking at the volume bubble chart, and you're like, how come there's only $12,000 of volume? Well, there actually might be like maybe $15,000 or $18,000 of volume, but there's just the volume is so low, it's not going to register on Dex Screener, I think is how it all works. And then it all gets uploaded to the site. So like there have been days where there's like zero volume on UFO. And I'm like, huh? And Zen's like, oh yeah, that's not true. It's not factually true. And then when it comes to our rewards, they just come in more slowly when the volume is low. And for UFO, your LP rewards will come in like extremely slow. Like you can go 24 hours without receiving any PLS rewards for those LP positions. because the contract is optimizing gas efficiently. So you just got to wait, and you get double the next day. So pTGC volume, and then we have pTGC liquidity in a bubble chart. And look, it pulls out from the side. Yeah, we got $480,000 of LP with WPLS and $450,000 in LP with UFO. I'm so looking forward to these LPs getting bigger. And here's the token distribution. And this is still wonky. The devs got to fix this page, at least this part up here. But then you can scroll down. You can see all the positions. For example, dolphin position. We have 633 dolphins. They hold a combined 57 billion plus tokens. And the pTGC requirement to be a dolphin is 33 million. $2,600 right now for a dolphin. $2,600. Value generation. Yeah, that's more like it. Then the fees collected. Okay, it was $920. So how much was burned? Yeah, $92 of pTGC was burned in the last 24 hours. I'm expecting that to improve. Okay, what else? I think that might be. There's one really cool chart though. That where is it? I probably need to scroll down further. pTGC burned until now. So this is the total number of pTGC permanently removed from circulation through burns. And this is I think in addition to the pTGC, or no, it's singled out because pTGC gets burned from, UFO burns pTGC. There are a few other protocols that burn pTGC, and then pTGC burns pTGC. So I think this one here is only the pTGC contract. I'm not entirely positive. It should say, I wish it would say, then we could be for certain. Then you got a projected burn. We're at 13.05% right now. But if you go out a year, if we continued at that, we'd be at 14.29%. The growth chart. We're going to get to the bottom of this page, guys, and we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, Diamond Hand Degenerate. You can go to the yearly, and then you can look at pTGC growth down 73%, UFO down 80%. I should have put it in. Always tell the truth in a positive light. Let's go back to September. We're still in the negative. Let's do all time. Let's do it all time. Yeah, let's go back to February last year. That's much better this time last year when our growth was up 2,000%. UFO's growth was up 2,600%. Bitcoin was up 63%. And Pulse was up 58%. Yeah. I like that chart better. That section of it. This is a good chart. What else? That's the growth chart, volume metrics. So you can see volume. You can see volume over different time frames. Yeah, this is Zen. You did a good job. pTGC volume versus Pulse price. Now this one's cool because you've got the pTGC price and the Pulse price, and there's a correlation there. There's also a correlation with volume. Yeah, look at that. What's interesting is that this is pTGC volume and Pulse price. I think pTGC volume must be up at the top. And then the Pulse price is at the lower chart. So when Pulse goes up in price, you can see the volume of pTGC increases. If you guys can see that. And that when we get our rewards from volume. So We want more volume. Market cap, price, and volume comparison. There you have it. Let's go to the all-time. February. 9th of February. This was 2025 when the price was 3011. The volume was $1.3 million, guys. Market cap is $345 million. That was a great time. That was a great time back then. And then the rewards. I think that's it for this stats page. And that's all I really wanted to cover, guys. That's the main guts of the new site. Go ptgc.com. Let's cover one more site. One more quick site. If Pulse, Walter asked a question. If Pulse does a 10x, would UFO do a 100x? Well, they're both bonded in liquidity pretty thickly. Like their thickest liquidity is with PLS, both of them. But then they're neck and neck also with each other, pTGC and UFO. So you got these 3 mega LP pools, pTGC and WPLS, UFO and WPLS, and then pTGC and UFO. They're large. So I don't know. I wish Zen were here to answer. It's a great question.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm multitasking, but I felt like you were coming close to an end, so I could chime in towards the end.
Oh, good.
So the question is, if PulseChain does a 10x, could UFO do a 10x?
Oh,
right?
I was thinking pTGC. I'm glad you caught that.
He said UFO, right?
He said if Pulse does a 10x, would UFO do a 100x? Yeah, I thought he said pTGC does a 10x. So my bust. Go ahead, please.
So going back at the history of UFO, when PulseChain, I think it was like did a 3x, UFO did like a 45x. So it did do a 10x over PulseChain in the event of PulseChain actually moving up in the past. So I think there's a great chance of UFO doing another 10x against PulseChain when PulseChain starts moving up. And even I think we could start that momentum upwards before PulseChain starts moving up, right? One thing that stands out to me with UFO is it's completely like oversold at this level. Like it's done its full 95% dip. PulseChain's at all-time lows. UFO's at super low market cap prices. The liquidity is massive compared to the market cap. It's got like $2 million of liquidity with a $4 million market cap token. The distribution's very well done. 8%, 9% of the supply already bought and burnt. Decently, even with low volume days, decent amounts of supply is getting bought and burnt because the price is so cheap. And kind of just waiting for PulseChain to wake up a little bit. The liquidity's there, the machine's there. I don't see a reason why it can't do what it's done in the past. Also, success of pTGC will help it move up. The X's against PulseChain are somewhat dependent on the other liquidity pairs. So PulseX doing well, Hex doing well, most doing well, P-Copy's doing well, but also the efforts of our community. Us onboarding not only the pTGC but also UFO. If you believe in UFO, I don't see a reason why it can't. Like I believe pTGC and UFO are both very, very strong systems, and we've seen every single time PulseChain moves up, pTGC and UFO move up more. There hasn't been one time where that hasn't happened.
Yep.
Will it be a for sure 10x? It could be a little less, could be a little more. Who knows the exact numbers? But I do feel very confident in how the structure of these things work and how AMMs work and how reflexivity works. As long as pTGC doesn't get this crazy amount of sell pressure for no apparent reason, we'll do what we've done in the past. Because it's actually easier now than ever. We're better distributed than ever. You know, if you're worried about a big player or a lot of big players or a lot of people, users selling on you, it would be in the early days, not after 2.5 years of pretty much the entire system buying out who was willing to sell previously. You know what I mean?
Yep. Good question, Walter. That was a good question. Appreciate that. All right. I think we ran through the site, most of it. And I think it's, we're at a good stopping point. Walter said, thank you.
That's kind of why I was chiming in. I heard you going for a while and I'm like, oh, that was a good stopping point at the end of the site, I think. Yeah.
All right, guys. That was our Monday Spaces. Zen, I think you're going to be on Telegram tomorrow afternoon, 3:00 Pacific. And then we'll have Spaces again on Saturday.
Yeah. Before we go, was there any other questions you wanted to revisit, or was that pretty much the only one you could remember?
Yeah, that's the only one. I don't think I missed any. Of course, why would I think I missed any? I'm just glancing over. I think I hit all the questions. I tried to do a good job of hitting everybody's questions.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Seemed like you guys were able to go through a lot of information, X multiplier and everything. So.
Yep. They just hit the surface on a lot of stuff.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Let's call it. Thanks for running it for me, Banana. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Zan. All right, guys.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
How much more LP do we have now versus the last run up? Oh, Charles. I don't know. I don't know, man. I wish I had an answer for you. I have been keeping records, but I don't think I was keeping records that detailed of records on the last run up. Yeah. Charles, make joke. No. Joke not funny. No, I'm just kidding, man. But, there's a possibility I could have known the answer. I would say yes, more. Significantly more. It would be a great stat to know. I hope I'm keeping, like, how much LP, like, in dollars, right? Man. There's always more stats to keep. I wish we could automate it all. All right, guys, we're going to shut it down. Thanks for showing up. And we'll see you guys. So, yeah, Telegram voice chat tomorrow. And we'll see you guys around the block. All right. Adios. Have a good night.